I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
It's hard to believe we have gone over an entire year without any new adventures from Marvel Studios. While Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe was announced back in 2019 and was supposed to kick off with Black Widow, the COVID-19 pandemic threw a wrench in the works, resulting in all of Marvel's big screen endeavors being pushed. That left the Disney Plus offerings as our sole way to explore the MCU, and our first taste of this new storytelling format is WandaVision. Starring Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany as Wanda Maximoff and Vision, this small screen experience is by far the most unique project from Marvel Studios, but one that is setting up to be vital to their storytelling approach moving forward. The new series is directed by Matt Shakman from a story by creator and head writer Jack Schaefer, who developed the story for Black Widow. Having seen the first 3 episodes of WandaVision, I can honestly say that while this could have worked as a feature film, it is absolutely perfect for television. Yes, the production values are cinematic and on par with everything else Marvel Studios has done, but the evolution of the sitcom format from episode to episode works because we are watching it at home and not in a movie theater. But from the familiar opening to the artistic closing credits, this is through and through a Marvel Studios offering. What is distinct in WandaVision is that over the first 90 minutes of story, there is minimal action, some superheroics, but instead we are given a nostalgic reminder of the classic sitcoms of the 1950s through the 1970s and beyond. Keeping each episode consistent with the visual and production styles of those decades, WandaVision is a love letter to classic television complete with nods to period-specific commercials. As for MCU fans, WandaVision is firmly connected to the cinematic universe as a whole and references past films like Avengers: Age of Ultron and Infinity War, as well as teasing future projects, which I will not name here. Eagle-eyed fans will spot many Easter eggs, some of which are visible in the trailers, but there's a lot more left to unpack. Like Disney Plus series The Mandalorian, each episode clocks in at approximately half an hour, which gives just the right amount of time to replicate the 22-minute length of network sitcoms, plus some additional scenes that explain what is going on in the overarching narrative of WandaVision. With unique opening sequences and theme songs each episode to guest cast members that include Deborah Jo Rupp, Fred Melamed, Kathryn Hahn, and Emma Caulfield, we are left to see Marvel Studios alumni like Kat Dennings and Randall Park who don't figure in these first episodes directly, but keep your ears open for clues as to when they do. WandaVision is an impeccable look back at half a century of television while setting up future of Marvel movies. All of that hinges though on the performances of Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany. Until now, both Wanda and Vision have been supporting characters, and this series is a fun way to explore who they are and what they represent to the MCU. From voicing Jarvis to embodying Vision, Paul Bettany has always played his role with only a hint of emotion. After Endgame, I never expected Vision to be one of the most fun characters in the MCU. Emulating Dick Van Dyke and Desi Arnaz amongst other classic sitcom leads, Bettany is hilarious as he balances disbelief with pratfalls and humor with the darker truth lurking under the surface of the story. Elizabeth Olsen also gets to finally take center stage as we get to learn just how strong Wanda truly is. Her abilities, while facing off opposite Thanos, show her strength, and here we begin to see how that strength impacts her as a human being. But what really makes WandaVision work is that it is not hyper-focused on the Marvel Universe from the outset. It is a testament to Jack Schaefer's story and Matt Shakman's direction that this series is so weird and so fun. Had I never seen a single Marvel Studios film, I would have still found this a kooky and fun series. It is referential without being too self-referential, which allows the artifice of the live studio audience, multi-camera filmmaking to live and breathe just as realistically as any other realm seen in the MCU. The only detriment I can see for WandaVision will be the weekly episode premieres. While that schedule worked for The Mandalorian's serialized storytelling, at least over these first few episodes I imagine some fans being left wondering why more doesn't happen from episode to episode. That could all change once all 9 have debuted and we can go back and rewatch them, but for now, there doesn't seem to be enough comic book substance in each episode for the more ardent MCU fans. While the first 3 episodes may seem, on the surface, to be an arbitrary addition to the Marvel Studios canon, there's a definite sense that something big is coming down the line. By the end of the series, we should have a better idea of how this ties into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. For now, WandaVision is a solid introduction for the MCU to Disney Plus because it does not try to be a feature film, but rather an event series that explores a very specific facet of the larger cinematic universe. I would be content for this to be the one and only season of WandaVision, but the smile on my face every time Bettany and Olsen appeared in the episodes I have seen so far makes me hope they find a way to continue this story in the future. For now, I am content that this show is not like anything else Marvel, Disney, or any other studio has done. WandaVision is wholly original and a lot of fun. That's why I'm giving WandaVision an 8 out of 10. WandaVision premieres January 15th on Disney+. I'm Alex Mady with JOBLO.com. Thank you for watching our show. If you like what you see, please subscribe to our Joe Blow Videos channel. Tell your friends who like this sort of content and turn on the bell to receive notifications for all of our latest videos. We're an independent company and we appreciate all of your support.